So, what do you get when you have a hit Saturday morning cartoon called Alvin and the Chipmunks? Well, you make a globe-trotting, diamond smuggling musical film called The Chipmunk Adventure, of course. And this film had no right to go as hard as it did. The plot. Big spoilers ahead. So, the basic premise of this movie is Around the World in 180 Days meets a James Bond film. So, the gist of it is Dave is going to Europe and Alvin wants to go and he won't let him. Then the Chipmunks and Chipettes are playing an arcade game. Alvin and Brittany argue about who would really win a race around the world. And then two rich villains come up and offer them the opportunity, all expenses paid, to do so. But in reality, they are just using the Chipmunks and Chipettes as diamond smuggling mules. They put the Chipmunks and Chipettes in these hot air balloons, and it is surprising without any formal training that these two groups don't just crash and burn immediately. There are secret agents and bad guys following them everywhere, and the film really does take advantage of going around the world. But the whole time, they never really know that they're in danger, and the bad guys never seem to be able to get the dolls. There's even one scene where one of the bad guys tries to get a doll, accidentally grabs a woman, and she slaps the shit out of him, and rightfully so. And this is the thing, the film is so unbelievable at times, yet somehow grounded. The Chipmunks and Chipettes meet up in Greece, have this big sing-off. Dave sees the Chipmunks, at least he thinks he does. He tries to go up these stairs along with the bad guys, and they all conveniently just get hit and fall down the stairs. It is very comical. But this wouldn't be an 80s film without having a cute animal. So the Chipettes get this penguin and decide to take it to Antarctica. Now, it takes the other Chipettes some convincing for Brittany, but Brittany is very arrogant, but she's not an evil bitch like Lucy from Charlie Brown. Then the girls discover the dolls are filled with diamonds. They save the Chipmunks from a very bad situation. They all end up at the airport. The bad guys kidnap them, and then next thing you know, there's a giant car crash, the bad guys are caught, and the day is saved. Movie over. But this thing was way bigger than the cartoon ever was. In the cartoon, they usually were very much in a grounded location. This film here decided to really show off the Chipmunks in a global adventure. The animation. Now, the Bagdasarians self-financed this film, and they got animators from Disney and Don Bluth Productions. And it completely shows in the final product. When they go to places like Mexico and Greece, or even the underwater sequence, when they do a Jaws parody, basically, the animation really sticks out. And the Chipmunk Adventure had a lot of great music, but unfortunately I can't play any because of obvious reasons. But when they do the song and dance numbers in this film, that's where the animation really shines. Everything from the backgrounds to the character costumes to the entire layouts of the different places they visit. This film is really a time capsule of why 2D animation dominated the 1980s. And it is astounding that such an ambitious animated project is not often mentioned alongside its Disney contemporaries. Where's the movie? Now, the Chipmunk Adventure is kind of hard to find. If you want to search around the internet, you can find it. If you want a Blu-ray or DVD, they are out there, but you're going to pay an arm and a leg. Now, there is a lot of speculation as to why that is. You will often hear people cite the problematic stereotypes that are in this film. Are there problematic stereotypes? Yes. But anybody that tells you that this is the reason is confusing opinion with fact. Now, as far as my research goes, there has been no statements from the Bagdasarians or any of the other rights holders that this is the reason the film's not widely available. Now, if you're able to find something that proves otherwise, let me know in the comments. But if anything, the evidence points to the opposite. There was a 2014 Blu-ray release, a 2006 DVD release, and the Chipmunk Adventure has appeared on numerous streaming platforms periodically. Now, I'm going to give you my opinion, not a fact, but my take as to why that is. First, the movie just may not have sold well. It costs a lot to make DVDs and Blu-rays and to get on streaming, and if there's not a lot of people interested, you're just wasting money. In fact, this entire era of Alvin and the Chipmunks is really not commercially available anywhere. Even the stuff from the 1960s really isn't available, and a lot of that probably has to do with musical rights. It costs a lot of money to clear those musical right hurdles. Also, numerous animation companies have been involved, and the Bagdasarians have sued quite a few people that they've worked with before for breach of contract. Clearly, the Chipmunk Adventure is not as hard to get out there as other parts of the franchise, but I would surmise that if it actually made money, it would still be available. And the third thing is, the chipmunks of the 21st century are totally different than the chipmunks of the 20th century. And it could just be a simple thing that the Bagassarians are moving forward, not backward. Either way, what is a fact is it's a shame that fans of the franchise and fans of this movie cannot just readily commercially buy it. In conclusion, ladies and gentlemen, the Chipmunk Adventure was a great time capsule for what dominated the animation landscape in the 1980s. It was an ambitious project that is often forgotten but went way harder than it had any right to do. And it is a shame that more people don't remember it and new generations are not discovering it. Now, let me know in the comments if you've seen the Chipmunk Adventure and why do you think it's not commercially available anymore? Thank you for watching The Derek Ruby Show, and I'll see you guys next time.